Hey guys, this is Shamragi. Uh, so today I will discuss about the format of the Ielts exam. Okay. In the remaining videos, I am planning to make actually 2 or 3 videos regarding Ielts. So in the second or third video, I will discuss about how you should prepare for the Ielts exam. Not only that, I will also share some notes in the sense that the previous year exams, basically you need to solve previous year exams if you want to qualify IELTS. Okay, so let's go and see what is the main structure of IELTS. So basically in IELTS there are 4 structures. Okay, number 1 listening, number 2 reading, number 3 writing, and number 4 speaking. Okay, so yeah, in the listening section you will basically get 30 minutes time. What usually happens in the listening section is that there will be some set of questions, and in the right hand side there will be a audio that will play. Okay, and remember one thing, that audio will play only once. So you have to just solve the question, listen to the audio and solve the questions. And before that they will give you near about 30 seconds to read the questions. Okay, so this is basically the main structure of IELTS listening section. Here one thing I will tell you, that read the questions very carefully and try to guess the answer even before the audio start. Okay, I will discuss details in the next videos. If you want anything more, any previous year questions or any tips or something like that, you can always make your comment on the YouTube comment section. I will try to make videos regarding that. Now let's come to the second part, okay, which is IELTS reading part. This part is tricky. What I have observed is that this part is tricky, especially for those who don't have a habit of reading English books. If you are a person like me, who love to read story books or various kinds of novels, then I don't think that part will be a problem for you. But if you don't have the habit of reading this, then this part will be tricky, but still you can solve this problem. The number one problem is that immediately, suppose if you plan to give your IELTS maybe 2 months later, okay, so my suggestion will be that start reading English books immediately. Okay, not only books, you can read newspapers as well. Listen, the one thing you need to understand is that the main objective of the IELTS reading section is to test whether you can understand a thing if you read it. Okay, so this is the basic motto of them. So if you have a habit, or if you make a habit for at least few months to read English books and you can guess the answer, then it's wonderful. You can easily solve that part and get minimum 7.5 band. Yeah, so in order to get visa or for PhD, 6.5 band is fine, and you at least try to get at least 6 band in each of the sections. Okay, so but if you have a habit of reading and writing, then you can easily get that. Okay, now to those who are not, who don't have a habit of reading books, what they will do, they need to solve previous year questions, as well as they need to read newspapers or books at least 45 minutes per day. Okay, initially you will try to guess the meanings, or maybe you take help from the internet, but after that you will be habituated. This part usually have 60 minutes. In this part there are questions like true, false, matching headings. Matching headings is also a little bit tricky. What I have observed is that because for matching headings, actually you need to understand the paragraph, and then there are 5 or 6 matching headings actually. Among them one will be the actual heading, and the remaining other will be also same to the concept, so yeah, it's a little bit difficult. Now okay, so these 2 things, and another thing in the reading section is that true, false, matching headings, and yeah, fill in the gaps. I mean, they will give you some gaps and you have to fill that. Okay, so what technique is very important for reading section is that one is you need to understand the gist, and the second thing is skimming. Skimming. Skimming is essential because you know suppose there is some word like 1930, right? So if you are reading a paragraph, suppose it has 7 or 8 paras, then no need to read the whole para. It's better if you skim the whole para and I mean specifically get to the point where it is written that 1930. So it will save you a lot of time. That's why I said that. Okay, so basically it will take 60 minutes. There will be 3 parts in the reading section, and you have to solve that in 60 minutes. Now let's come to the writing section. What is writing section? In writing section, their main objective is to check whether you can write or not, right? Here basically it will also give you 60 minutes, and important thing is here is that it will have 2 parts. Okay, number one actually they will give you some bar chart or graphs, this kind of things, I mean, there will be some bar chart. You have to write that in 1930 what happened, 1960 what happened, and this has some format. In the next video, I will try to discuss those things as well. What is the main format of writing a bar chart? Okay, so in that bar chart, you have to maybe bar chart, table graphs. When I give the exam, basically they give 2 bar charts. So I mean, you need to understand that there are 9 to 10 datas. You need to understand that, and as far as I can remember that the word limit is, I mean, no upper limit, but lower limit is maybe 150 words or something like that, and you have only 20 minutes for the first part. I mean, it is not necessary that you will have 20 minutes. There will be 2 parts, and you can do that. You have to do that with 60 minutes. But what I did, or what majority of the people who usually get good marks in the exam did, is that they divide the whole writing paragraph into 2 parts. In the first part, as most of the actually second part has greater marks. So what usually people do, they try to complete the first part within 20 minutes. Okay, and for the second part, remaining 40 minutes is enough. So this is the first part. I mean, there will be some data. You have to just write that data in a structured way. Okay, and it's better if there is no mistake in grammar, and also it is better if you follow the certain format, IELTS format actually. Now let's move to the second part. What usually happen in the second part? Well, in the second part, it is very important. Listen to it carefully. In the second part, they will basically give you writing about problem solution. Suppose they can say that nowadays most of the aged people are left behind. Their children are not taking care of them. So what do you think? What is the reason for this problem? And what are the possible solutions to solve this ubiquitous problem? This kind of things, okay? And the second may be advantage, disadvantage. What is the advantage of technology? What is the disadvantage of technology? This kind of things. In the third, maybe your opinion. Suppose they are saying that children should not learn a foreign language at a young age. What will be your opinion on that? This kind of things, okay? So things are not that you don't know about them, but it's just they will see that how you write them in a structured way. And there are certain patterns for writing this. I will come to that point in next videos. So basically, this is the main structure of IELTS exam: listening, reading, writing. Now, last part, that is speaking. Well, I will not say this is a very easy part. At the same time, I will not say that this is a very difficult part as well. It depends. I mean, if you are a native speaker, then this part is too easy for you. But if you are not a native speaker, or if you don't have the habit to, speak English fluently or frequently, so then this part will be a little bit of tricky for you. What you can do, to do this. Okay, before that I will tell you the structure. So basically in the speaking part, it will take 15 to 20 minutes. One of the professor will take your speaking interview, or one of the person, maybe it may be in video call. For my case it was happened in video. What they will do, first initially they will ask you in the part 1. Actually there are also 3 parts, okay, part 1, part 2 and part 3. So in the part 1 they will ask you some basic questions. I mean, what work you do, and where are you come from, or tell us something about your hometown, or why you choose that subject, what is your favorite color, why girls love this color, or do you know cooking, why you love this, and tell us about your hobby that you love. This kind of basic questions, okay. And in the second part, this part is little bit difficult, as this is, they will give you a topic and you have to talk about that topic continuously in 2 minutes, okay. They will see that how you can carry a conversation. So basically in that part they can ask you questions like, I mean, they can sometimes ask you, little bit unconventional questions as well. For instance, tell us about an incident when you broke your laptop. I mean, this is a little bit difficult, but they can ask you this kind of questions. Or tell us about a person who has a major impact on your life, whom you know personally. Or tell us about your about a famous mathematician or famous scientist or famous poet. So anything. So it's best not to memorize the answer, but just to practice so that you can speak English fluently. Okay. Now let's come to the third part. What they do? So whatever you said in the second part, they will give you 2 minutes and you have to continuously speak. The third part will be most of the time follow-up questions from that. Suppose in my case, they asked me about technological gadgets that is very essential for my work, and I told them about it. In the next stages, they asked me that why do you think that technological gadgets is useful, and do you agree that in future these technological gadgets or this technology will take in the places of humans, or why some people are not happy with this kind of things, I mean with this kind of technologies. Initially we say that in this globalized world everything depends on technology, but there are some people who does not like technology. What will be your take on that? This kind of questions. Basically they want to see that how fluently you can speak English and whether you are comfortable or not. So in speaking section also they will ask you 10 to 15 questions, 10 questions minimum, and that will be between 15 to 20 minutes. And you make sure that you have done enough practice before booking Ielts test, okay, because the cost of the test is expensive, so it's better if you practice a lot. Because recently one of my friend has given the exam, but unfortunately he got 5.5 band in one of the section, so it will be a little bit difficult for him to get visa, right? In USA also they has made this kind of rules right now that it's better if you get at least 6. So anyway, this was the basic idea. I guess now you got an idea of about Ielts test and how you should prepare for the test. In the remaining videos I will try to give things in more detail so that you can also get an idea that how you should prepare for the exams. Before that, if you have any queries, any questions, or you want to discuss me any specific sessions, please put that in the comment section. Okay, bye bye.